Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone this evening? I hope everyone is doing well. I apologize for the double little intro. I needed to check something that I'm still working on as we're chatting. But as I'm here, if you are in the comments, I need to know that you're here. Please leave a comment. So if you are, watching us from Facebook or YouTube, I need to make sure all those are working. So if you can leave me a comment, that will help. Make sure if you're following on YouTube, you like and subscribe. If you are part of the panel, make sure you share out. I will give you guys the YouTube link right now to share that out. I apologize. But tonight's going to be really exciting. So now and then I'm in Diamond. I'm not in Diamond as much as I would like, but now and then I am. And I am in Diamond right now. So I was like, you know what? Why not talk about all the cool books that are coming out in Diamond? So I've gathered a group of really cool creators who are also in Diamond, so we can all talk about our books, let you guys know what the codes are, because tomorrow is Wednesday, and hopefully you're going to your local comic store. And that's what we want to do. We want to make sure you guys get all that, get everything taken care of. We've got some comics coming in here. We got Ronan. Hey, Travis. Hey, man. Sierra Florence is here. YouTube is working. Cool. I need Facebook. I know there's people watching Facebook. If you can let me know that it is working on Facebook, that would be much appreciated. But before further ado, I am going to show some of our very cool guests that we have here. First off, I'm going to bring the person who is the most intimidating to me. I'm going to bring him up first. He's the biggest threat to me. And that is Travis Hill, because he has my name. And that's a threat.
No. Hey, what's up, Gibb, Travis Gibb?
How are you, man?
I'm doing well. Just wrapping up the day, and so that I could jump on here and have this conversation. Thanks for putting this together. Super humbled by the invite. So I thought that was great, and just, very kind of you, and busy writing books, and you know how it is.
Yeah.
So I'm doing well though.
But it's good to see you. Your book seems to be doing well. I heard there was a reorder, so we're going to talk about all that coming up. Let's get somebody else on here. Let's get someone in my hometown. Jonathan, how are you, good sir?
Yeah, I was really hoping I was the intimidating one, Travis. Now I have to follow Travis B. Hill. I mean,
right.
The guy can already dunk on me on and now I have to follow the second to Travis, but it's all good. It's all good.
I cannot dunk on you, so you're safe.
Yeah, no, I never had the dunking ability. I could shoot the three, though. It was worth more points.
Okay.
I one time played on a basketball team, and I had a breakaway. I took the ball and had a breakaway, and they've taught me so well to pass because I was great that I didn't know what to do, and the coach had to scream at me to shoot. And this is not a 5-year-old. This is, 17.
Oh, God. Okay.
So, all right, let's get some other people out here. The person who is we all envy because he can draw amazing things and have drawn some of my favorite books in the last 5 years. That is Alex Cormack. How are you?
Hey, how we doing?
You thought I was going to go Rich. Rich has been drawing on papers and sending them to me.
Hey, that's all right. What's up, everybody?
Good. How are you?
Cheers.
And he's one of his co-hosts. We have both of his. He has 2 books in Diamond this month.
That's right.
And they're both going to be out. But one of the guys is here. We got Richard Douek. How are you, Rich?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, Rich?
Yeah, Rich.
Things are well.
Yeah, very good.
By the way, we'll talk about it more. But I read the preview. See, sometimes they go like, "Hey, pros get to read it if you're a pro." I'm just like, "Am I pro enough?" Here, I don't want to be that guy. And then I get sad that somebody else gets to read something. Like, you ever see someone post that they read something, you're like, what? But I don't know if, unrelated to this, I don't know if Facebook is working. Guys, I need you to post on Facebook if you're on Facebook. Next, we've got first time in Diamond. Alan, how are you?
Hello.
Hocus.
Yeah, first and probably last. They're going to learn their lesson pretty quick, I think.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I am pretty positive you're the only non-Garrett Gunn book out ever from SourcePoint, based on what I've seen.
Well, it's an honor.
So So, and last but not least, we have my fellow bard, CJ Hudson. How are you, good sir?
Hey, boys. How's it going?
Good. So, anybody in the comments, please leave comments. Let us know. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of go over the books, kind of talk about them a little bit. If you guys have like a Kickstarter or something, we can also talk about that. That's not a problem. We can share all your stuff. I'm going to remove that orange cone from John, so he doesn't have to have that big logo next to him the whole time.
I was going to try to wear it like a dunce cap. I was going to try to strategically move.
Here, I have a hat if you'd like to wear the hat. No.
I'm not coordinated enough for that.
All right. I can sit next to you if you want. We can do a double.
There we go.
All right. Facebook is working. Thank you. So tonight we're going to be talking about all the really cool things in Diamond. It's a really big month. All of us are releasing in October. Some of us have books that are coming out before and after. For those who came in late, look in the privates. We're looking for your Diamond codes, and so we can kind of talk about them a little bit. But who wants to go first? Who wants to talk about their book first? Don't jump at once, guys.
I'll be the selfish one.
All right.
Do me.
All right, let's do you. So you've got Pocus Hocus.
I do.
Let's show this book off here a little bit. I've been a big supporter of it for a long time. Bam! Look at that cover.
Yay! Yeah, that is that's the cover for number 2. That one's releasing in November, at the end of November, and the first one's releasing at the end of October.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
That should be the preview that I had should be October, because I grabbed all these from the October catalog.
Oh, well, it's in the catalog, but yeah, the first one's coming out October 25th is the release date for it.
Well, let's get some of your Diamond codes here. Talk about it. So tell us about the book. Tell us about this amazing book, what it's about, why we should back it. I'm going to put the Diamond codes at the bottom. So what this is, guys, if you're watching this and you like the sound of the book, write down this code, or don't even bother because your comic store is not stupid. Just tell them the name of the book.
Yeah, we're the only stupid people enough to name our book Pocus Hocus.
Right.
So your comic your manager or your comic shop's going to think you're having a stroke trying to tell them what you want, but really you're telling them right. It's Pocus Hocus. So Pocus Hocus is it's a comic book series about a magician who is named Pocus Hocus. Oh, whoa, we're so crazy. He sells his soul to a demon to have actual magical powers, and as these things go, it doesn't go in his favor. So it's his journey to get his soul back. I promise it's funnier than what I'm making it out to be. Yeah, we've had a blast making this thing. We're 1 and 2 are coming out. 3 and 4, I would assume, if it's following this trend, will be out in December and then January. We're currently up to number 5 on Kickstarter, and we're working on number 6 right now.
Nice, that's nice.
Yeah.
A couple questions here. We got is it a miniseries or ongoing?
Yeah, so how we set the book up, we set it up to where it could end after issue 4 if we really wanted it to, but we just have a lot of stories to tell. So as of right now, we're still keeping it ongoing. But if you want to end after issue 4, you'll get some closure. Yeah.
so it's gone. But if you want,
yeah. But hey, if you want to, it's like when you watch a show. And
right.
It all ends happily at the end of season 1. Then they announce season 2, and you're like, I don't know if I want to go back. It's fine.
I like the encouragement of your book.
Yeah,
that's a solid sell. Yeah, you only have to commit to 4 issues or commit to 5 if you want.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. Hey, listen, we're budget friendly and mindful here over at the Pocus Hocus team. We just want you to read it and have fun with it because we have a blast writing it.
Does anybody have any questions for Alan here?
I like that. I like that.
No questions. So Pocus Hocus. Go to your comic store, ask for it. Here's the codes if you want them at the bottom. I'll go through them again. Highly recommend this book. I have backed the Kickstarter from day 1. It's really, really good.
That means you have too much money, Travis. You need to be doing other stuff with it.
So maybe Alan, we came on the show to sell our books.
I thought we were trying to get people to not buy them.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
crap. Okay,
I don't
I'm so
think
sorry. Yeah, no, it's the best book anyone will ever read, and it's the best book on this panel. Y'all suck it. Whatever.
Oh,
Now you're getting too cocky.
Okay, all right. So read. Man, I don't know the happy medium. I'm all or nothing.
All right. So
I'm convinced I'll buy one.
Okay. I just bully people into buying the book.
There you
for
go.
the question out, are you going to continue after 4, or are you going to be like, eh?
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Next up, we will have the rival Travis. We'll bring him up. Travis, so you had this book. It came out for a limited release on Free Comic Book Day, from what I understand.
okay, yeah. So Thorn Zero came out as the kind of title story for Advent on Free Comic Book Day, and it was Advent did what a lot of small press publishers do on Free Comic Book Day, give kind of a collection of zero issues in a single issue. So there were 4 titles in the book, in the comic, the Free Comic Book Day comic, but ours, got the cover. And it was just a little 8-page story. You can read that story, that 8-page story, for free at thorncomic.com or travisbhillcomics.com, my personal website. So that's available for free online. Print copies, yeah, we ran. Advent did that one in-house because Diamond only does like a 200 list of Free Comic Book Day comics that they're willing to distribute. And so you kind of have to apply to get on that list, that specialty list. And we didn't make it, but we still committed to sending out 500 copies to stores that requested it kind of across the country. And we got a lot of really good reception. And obviously it was to stir up interest in issue 1, which came out in July. So sorry, I'm reading the comments, and Charlie's challenging me to a pickup game. Here's the thing. I'm going to side note. I know that's not why people are here.
That's why we're here, actually.
I played professional basketball for a year after college on an ABA team in Ohio. It was a fantastic year of my life because I got to just wake up every day, play basketball, travel the country on someone else's dime. Like, housing was paid for, everything was paid for. But
you and I have different dreams. That does not sound like a good life for me.
Sure, that's fine. I was living the young man's dream. But in between my first and second season, I had a tumor on my hip, and my hip broke, and I was medically retired after that. So anybody, I tell people that know your favorite comic creator can't guard me. That's my tagline. But in reality, I'm so injured that you probably can. You probably can. But anyways, yeah. So the 0 issue was well received, and it just kind of introduces the character. And I tell people I like to be clever and creative. If you've seen anything about Thorn, it's a vigilante story, kind of in line with Batman. Yeah, there's the cover to issue 2. So I usually say it's kind of Batman, but what if Commissioner Gordon is his main villain? And how do you think about that? And then it looks at, systemic evils and how all these things are interconnected, from city planning to police to the mayor to the DA. All of that can be interwoven in reality to keep the power structures in a city or in a municipality the way that they are, right? But so it has this kind of Batman vigilante trope to it. So issue 0, for all the Batman heads out there like me, is a homage to Detective Comics number 27. So if you have read the original Batman story from 1939, you will see the structure represented in Thorn Zero. So go check it out. Issue 1 came out July 5th. And last Thursday, we were informed. So We did get word that Diamond completely sold out of its back stock. So, most of y'all know who've been in Diamond before, they ask for extra copies of your book so they can give them out for, damaged copies or people who are late to order. Diamond completely sold out of those overstock. And they have gotten, as of last Thursday, Diamond contacted Advent Comics, who's the publisher, and said that they have gotten so many additional requests for copies of Thorn 1 from shops around the country that they would like for Advent to do a second printing.
Great.
And so that, you guys know this in here, I was ecstatic because that is not a common thing for very small press publishers. So that was good news. And so now we are spreading the word kind of a little bit more underground, if you will, but shops can email request Diamond or their Diamond reps, and those can get on a list. And so when we get our pre-order numbers for issue 2, they're also going to give us numbers for the second printing of issue 1. And so issue 2 comes out October 25th. It's available for pre-order right now. The code's down there at the bottom. And, it tells the story of a vigilante in a neighborhood of Dallas called Rosebush Heights, just trying to protect his community from what he thinks are the evils that belie it. And what I was really interested in telling the story is also how does I was always real interested in, like, how does Bruce Wayne operate during the day to help his mission as Batman, and
Right.
or how does Peter Parker, and most of the time, how does Peter Parker do that, right? Or these types of street level heroes, or any person in their normal persona. And so a big thing about this book is how does the person behind the mask of Thorn, Alton Eldridge, help his community kind of fight these evils in his day-to-day life, by working, kind of against the system, but having to play its game. And so there's a lot of complexity there, I think, that is, you're getting the bad guy fights, right, in the costume world, but then you're also getting a lot of complexity on how this hero has to fight the day-to-day battle in his civilian clothes. So that's kind of where we're at. And it's a 12
awesome.
issues. Sorry, go ahead, man.
You said it's 12 issues?
Yeah, it's a 12-issue series. We're trying to stick to the schedule of every other month so people can read it and then look in previews once they've got it in their hands and say, oh, yeah, this is really good, and decide on the next issue. And hopefully they're always deciding it's really good. If they're deciding it's really bad, that's unfortunate, but that's life. That is life. So, so that's it. It's a 12-issue series, a maxi series. And if you haven't seen anything Advent, I would encourage you to check them out. Advent Comics on all social medias. They are celebrating their 14th anniversary as a publisher right now. So they have a huge Kickstarter going on. And by huge, I mean, like, not the goal is huge, it's very small, but because they're going to use that to fund some of their newer titles coming out. But they just have all the comics from the past 14 years on there as rewards. And
Nice.
So you have a lot to choose from. So check it out. Got to support the publisher. They really, I'm thankful that they took a chance on me and the story and our creative team. So yeah,
Jonathan's with them too, if I'm not mistaken, with Cable, right?
Yeah, he is. So Jonathan knows.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice. All right. So order Thorn. We have it out. Order it out. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say, tell your shops to put in a request with their Diamond rep for issue 1 if you didn't get it, and then also pre-order number 2. That's something you can do right now before August 25th for both of those, and get you both a copy of both.
Sounds good. We got Chuck here saying a comment for Travis Hill before we move on. It's tough for Travis Hill being the second hottest male.
Not
It's gotta be
even
tough.
Man.
Apparently, that's really funny. All right, so next, let's figure out who's next. Rich, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you and Alex go, and we're going to talk about this book that I read.
Cool.
Here, you wanna
Yeah, so,
you wanna
Yeah, our book's called Drive Like Hell. It's coming out in October through
There
Dark
it is.
Horse Comics. It's basically a story of a car thief he's like the wheelman for a bank robbing crew. He's got to steal a new car for every job, so they can ditch it later. But the car that he steals this time just happens to belong to the devil, who really, really wants it back. And it just leads to this crazy cross-country chase with satanic bikers and demonically possessed cops, televangelists. Everybody gets involved.
Oh, yeah.
4-issue miniseries. It's kind of like Fury Road on the page. It's just one huge chase. And I'm not sorry for making Alex draw all those cars because he asked for it.
There you
But
go.
really inspired by we both kind of loved old car chase movies like Smokey and the Bandit and the Blues Brothers. I think we're gonna, Alex. I think we're on track by issue 4 to smash up more cop cars than the Blues.
Oh,
Brothers, right? Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Easily. Come on, for the record.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the cover. I mean, that's the finale of that's like the last 20 minutes of the Blues Brothers right there.
Yeah.
You
So it's a really fun book. Alex and I think we kind of started talking about this while we were in lockdown, so maybe it's got a tinge of that craziness to it. But we our big rule with this book was just have fun, and if it seemed too crazy to put on the page, we were going to do it. So yeah.
Now, so I have a bunch of questions.
Okay.
I mean, I love the book. It was,
Nice.
I mean, it's all my things that I
Me
like
too.
about it. So I'm a big crime guy. So you got the crime element in there. You got all the horror elements. You got cars. I mean, it's right up my alley. But you guys are known for doing the IDW stuff as a partnership. Did they come to you to go, hey, we want some of that IDW money? Dark Horse was like, hey, can I have a little bit? Or what's going on?
No, what happened was basically we just did a book at IDW called Breath of Shadows.
Which you all have, right?
Yeah, everybody knows about it.
I
Right?
have-
So we always knew we wanted to do Breath of Shadows at IDW because it kind of forms a trilogy with Road of Bones and Sea of Sorrows. Not a trilogy like Star Wars, but like a thematic kind of trilogy. All the books, they all go together. But while we were in the process of negotiating that, we had the idea to do this. So we were kind of thinking let's just shop it around and see if anyone else is interested, because it's good to make connections in the industry. We like working with IDW a lot, but the more publishers you can work with, the better, I think.
Sure.
So we showed it to Image. They liked it, but ultimately passed on it. Showed it a couple of other places. And we showed it to Dark Horse, and they were like, they liked it, but when we were showing it to them, they were at the point where they had kind of a temporary pause on saying yes to new projects. At least the editor we were working with said that he couldn't really take anything on for a couple of months. So we were like, cool, just let us know, because we had Breath of Shadows to work on anyway. So it actually worked out pretty well, because we finished up Breath of Shadows, rolled right into Drive Like Hell, and just about as we were ready to get started working on it, that's when they greenlit it. So
That's awesome. I love it.
There's no bad blood between us and IDW.
Yeah,
or anything like that.
Oh no, I didn't
Also
think
fun.
that. I was just seeing if we can commit to a Dark Horse trilogy. Is this your thing? You're gonna go. You're doing kind of like
Yeah, we'll
Cohen
just do a
going
trilogy.
everywhere.
Sure. Yep. It is now. Yeah. Every publisher we're doing a trilogy, and once we
Right.
collect them all, we're gonna get into basketball, and
Right.
I could set a mean pick back in the day, but all right.
Does anybody have any questions about Drive Like Hell in the panel?
No. No.
My one question, because I've read it, unlike other people, why not a fiddle?
Damn it.
Redraw it all. All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
No one thought of the fiddle.
Oh.
No.
No. Yeah. Well, it does not take place in Georgia, so
Okay.
What's the band's name? It was the
it's Charlie
Daniels.
Charlie
Band.
Daniels band. Yeah, they have some mean lawyers, so we had to move around that.
Sure. I heard he comes at you hot, is what I hear. The Charlie Daniels. Band.
Don't want to mess with Charlie Daniels.
All right. Well, let's move on to so order that at your shop. Drive Like Hell. Ask about it. Get it. All the copies. I'm super excited about it. I actually think it's going to be my favorite book of you guys, is just because it fits all my love. I love angel and demon shit, and I love crime noir. So I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, it was cool because like we like our stuff at IDW kind of has its feel to it. Like it's very kind of bleak, historical horror, and we love doing it. But I mean, at least I love doing it. I don't want to speak for Alex. But,
That's fine.
We got David here.
Hey,
what's up, Dave?
Hey,
I'm him.
our joint custody agreement is kicked in for Alex.
Yeah.
Sorry about, let me fix this up real quick.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Yep, I'm gonna put Alex in the middle.
I was about to say put me in the middle.
There you my two dads from Alex Cormack. How you guys doing?
Great. What's up, man?
We've talked.
It's going good. I was supposed to be here.
Supposed to be here soon. Yeah.
I had an appointment that I could not push back, just wedding related stuff, and so but I'm here. I'm back. I'm excited to hang out with my fellow pros. So how's everybody doing? What you guys working on?
Well, we were just talking about.
Can we just go through this little bit? Okay. All right.
We start from the beginning.
We can roll into keep on the theme of Alex Cormack and
Sure.
we can, but I'm gonna wait. I mean, because when people want to hear what David's doing, but I want to hear what Jonathan's doing. I want to see what Jonathan's doing real quick, and then we'll switch back to Alex.
Please.
Jonathan's been doing a cool book. And this is Jonathan messing me up here, because this was also a Kickstarter book, but he decided not to finish it on Kickstarter. He's like, you got to buy it at the comic store.
Yes. Yes.
That's how we go. So tell us about Quicksand. Good stuff.
Yeah. Quicksand is a 5-issue miniseries about this hole that opens up in the desert near the pyramids of Egypt. And these monsters come crawling out. They attack the city of Giza and then run back into the hole, and just leaves the world very confused and scared. So the world leaders form a team of experts to send down into that hole and do some research, but that team never comes back. So we follow at the beginning of the miniseries the wife of the team leader who wants answers, and she's going to try to form her own team to go down in there and rescue those people. Yes, Bueller, I am doing something. And no, Bueller, you're not in the book.
That's another Travis. We can't have a third Travis on this.
Right.
Come
Travis trifecta.
Bring him on.
But yeah, that's Quicksand. It was I did crowdfund the first 3 issues, and then there was a deal with Scout, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to crowdfund issues 4 and 5 in time with my other Kickstarter schedule. So I just finished the book out of pocket, and yeah, I'll probably never profit off of it. But
we're very positive tonight. I love the positivity.
Keeping the positivity theme. Yeah. But, issue 2 is in hand. It's on sale August 23rd. And I am doing a giveaway show on Whatnot Sunday night. So if you want a chance to win a copy, I'm giving away 10 copies. So
Nice.
Check it out.
And you should be able to. Scout tends to do pretty decent at making sure that Diamond has enough copies and Luna has enough copies. So you should be able to order. I actually checked Luna, and you can order all 4 from Luna. So you can order 1, 2, and 3. So if you tell your comic store, "Hey, order from Luna," they can get you all caught up. So you'll be ready to go for when it comes out in October.
Yes, exactly what Travis said.
Fellow Scout, Miracle Kingdom says, "Nice. Those White Note shows are fun." Does anybody have questions for Jonathan about the world of Quicksand before we move on?
All right. I also have a Kickstarter running right now for Spill Blood. I have the faux metal band logo T-shirt.
I'll come back to you because I want to bring it up. I want to bring it up on the screen. Is that
no?
cool,
We have to talk about it right now, Travis.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about it right now.
No, it's all good. Get your plugs in when I can, right?
You know where I live. Like I can't. I can't. Not threaten you.
How funny would it be if I shut down my screen and then like 5 minutes later I go behind you? This
chokehold. You're military trained. I don't want to piss you off. So whatever you want to do, good sir. Whatever you want to do.
All right. Enough about me.
Bill said he already. It's taking a minute to load these up. I don't know why. Streamer's a little slow today. He already answered my question. Wrong answer. All right, so let's jump around. I want Pepose. I'm ready for Pepose, but not yet. Not yet.
That's fine.
Not
Build
yet.
up the tension.
Well, let's go to CJ. CJ, let's do one of your 2 books because you've got 2 because you're fancy.
I don't know about that. Which one you want? You want?
Let's talk about the one I have uploaded already. So let's talk about this baby.
Yeah, the Cauldron. So the Cauldron is going to follow a teenage witch as she attempts to summon a demon lord in a castle, kind of going through her rite of passage as a witch. So this is actually another story in sort of my Cauldron universe. I did a short story with Band of Bards in there from the Static anthology, and they were like, "Hey, would you want to do more Cauldron?" And I was like, I wouldn't not want to do more Cauldron. So we did, and Eli and I did that and got a couple of great alternative covers from Carolyn Leland and Natalie Nardoza. So yeah, just we're excited to put it out there. I think it looks really good. I think Eli is a great talent. She's done some work for DC. So yeah, really, really pro talent level artist, and excited to get it out there.
Nice. And Miracle King's got his coming on too. I would have, if I knew you were still up, I would have got it for you. But so Cauldron's your first new series for Band of Bards. This is your 3rd series with them, right?
Yeah, I did a 4-issue, 4-series deal with them. So working my way through that, and then we'll see what happens. We're probably going to revisit some of the prior concepts. They still got to finish Vigia. I mean, that's been on hiatus for about a year now, so they got to finish that and put it out there. And then Lycan, we're going to do more Lycan next year. And then I got 1 or 2 other things in the hopper with them, and we'll see how it goes.
Nice. All right. So does anybody have any questions about the Cauldron? Is there a way for us to get the Cauldron issue without Tales of Spence? Is that going to be in it? How many pages is this too? I didn't see how many pages.
32 pages.
Okay.
Each tale is standalone, so no, you don't have to read from the Static. I'm sure Band of Bards would love it if you ordered from the Static though and pick that up, because there's some other good stuff in there too. Really fun little horror anthology. I like to think that I was one of the parties responsible for it, because I was like, guys, when are you going to do a horror anthology? And then they did. But they still made me submit and get accepted. They didn't just take me out, right? So that was kind of bullshit.
They've rejected me, so I mean, you're good. You're good. Of course, they gave me my own series, so more Bard stuff. So David,
the other day, CJ told me, he said, "Man, you're too busy. You're doing too much stuff." And I said, "Don't you have 4 series of Diamond and like a 5-book deal?" And what are you talking to me about that? He's talking.
We're always jealous of what we don't have.
Man, crazy.
So David, are you ready? We have 3 more books. We have Granite State Punk, we have Interstellar Dust, but we can do this great Mad Cave book if you'd like. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell us why you're stealing Rich's artist.
I've admired.
I'm a letterer too.
Wow.
Oh, that's dope.
Just as that book too.
I'm very happy to be single white femaling Rich. I'm really thrilled to be working with Alex on The Devil That Wears My Face. It's a new book coming out first Wednesday of October from Mad Cave Studios. And I've been a huge fan of Alex's, going back to his work on Sync. And so seeing him just put out hit after hit after hit after hit, I've been knocking at his door for quite some time. And the stars really aligned for this book. The way we've been describing The Devil That Wears My Face, it's Face Off meets The Exorcist. The year is 1740. And Father Franco Vieri is the exorcist, or is the Vatican's chief exorcist. Unfortunately, he's dealing with a profound crisis of faith. And when he's called to perform an exorcism on the son of a Spanish nobleman, the ritual backfires. And so suddenly this demon that he was trying to purge, named Legion, takes over Vieri's body, and Vieri is stuck inside the victim that he was trying to exorcise. So he's got to pull kind of a little bit of a Count of Monte Cristo to escape captivity, while Legion, meanwhile, is piloting his body back to the Vatican to try to bring down the church from the inside. So it's fun. We get equal parts horror, equal parts action. We just have a lot of really cool stuff going on with it, and Alex is just knocking every page out. He just actually sent us a cover this morning for an upcoming issue that is just drop dead gorgeous. He really. Alex is the real deal. I can't say enough great things about working with him. It's
true. I'm the greatest.
It's funny. I usually say these things when you're not in the room. But like, Alex is he's so talented, and he's so fast, and he's so gracious. He really is a unicorn. He just really is the full deal. And he's just. Every time I throw something weird at him, he's like, "Yeah, let's do it." And I was like, "Really?" And he's like, we have a sword fight coming in an upcoming issue." And I remember when Alex saw the script, he was like, "I'm going to start watching some Errol Flynn," and just that dedication to the work. It really is something that I truly appreciate in a collaborator, and just it's just a really fun book. As somebody who grew up loving Face Off, I've wanted to do a body swap story for quite some time. And the Mad Cave people, when we were coming together talking about possible projects, this was the one that we were all very excited by. Baby's first horror book, and I can't wait for you guys to see what's going on.
And by the way, the reason why I got to show the preview is because, unlike the rest of our publishers, Mad Cave sent it to Lunar, so it's available for public. So if you go to the Lunar website, lunardistribution.com, you could read the first 5 pages of.
Nice. There you go.
Apparently, I just educated David and Alex on this.
Yeah, all right.
I do have issues of quick. I do have a lot of you guys' other stuff, but I didn't have permission and ask permission to share. So, but it is live on the Lunar Distribution on their front-facing site, so you can check it out.
All right. Good for Lunar.
But I am super stoked about this. I wish you would have told me this. So earlier this year, I went to a con in New Hampshire. I got flown out, and I met Alex for the first time. I got to tell him how much I was a fan. I commissioned him to do a Magneto. I told him it was my birthday, and he was like, "No, you're paying me, bitch," and did it. But it was nice. And he said, "Happy birthday." But I took a picture with Alex, and David was like, "My 2 favorite people." I was like, as far as I know, David's never mentioned Alex in his life, because David and I talk probably once a month on the phone. And he held this book from me, and I was super annoyed that I found out from Mad Cave, of all places, instead of from either one of the two. When I talked about David when I was with Alex, and I've talked to David on the phone.
We're full of secrets.
Yeah. Sorry.
Does anyone have any questions about that book, The Devil That Wears My Face? And a question.
How great I am.
Right.
I can keep going.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be a crossover.
The Devil That Wears My Quicksand.
Stacked panels always, boss. Thanks, Jay. But that's really, really cool. So we will go. Let's do Interstellar real quick. And then I'll go over everything one more time, do a Kickstarter, or you could actually even talk about your Marvel stuff in the previews if you want, David.
What can I talk about? Let's see. Well, I have my Marvel series, Moon Knight, City of the Dead. I think issue 3 is up for pre-orders, and issue 4 might be up as well. But the quick pitch for that is it's Inception meets Taken, starring Moon Knight. A young runaway is attacked by a death cult outside of the Midnight Mission, and while Moon Knight is able to save the kid's body, he does die on the operating table for like 5 minutes. He's on a respirator, and his soul has gone missing. And so Mark says that as long as this kid's still breathing, he's a traveler of the night, and that means he's under his protection. And so Moon Knight detaches his soul and journeys to the city of the dead to try to rescue this kid. And the thing is that, you know, Moon Knight has had a bloody past. He's sent more than a few supervillains to an early grave, so they are going to be all itching for a taste of payback. But Mark is not alone. He's teaming up with Layla Al-Fawli, who is the all-new Scarlet Scarab. For fans of the Disney Plus show, we are bringing Layla in to the 616 Marvel Universe, and she has a past with Mark as a former member of the mercenary group known as the Karnak Cowboys. So they've got a little bit of a past to reckon with. It's kind of a little bit of Inception meets Taken with a little bit of like Mr. and Mrs. Smith thrown in for good measure. So it's a really fun one. And then stay tuned to previews later this month. The first issue of my new Punisher run will be up for previews. Brand new legacy character.
There's a segment of the internet that loves that, David. They talk about it all the time. They're just on and on about how great it is.
You know, it just speaks to how passionate the Punisher fan base is.
Yeah.
And we're really excited to be telling some all new stories with a brand new character that doesn't sacrifice any of the intensity or the grit or the badass attitude that's made the Punisher such an enduring figure. It's just we're doing something new and exciting, and that's always been kind of the one constant of the Marvel Universe has been change. And so I'm excited for our new Punisher, a former S.H.I.E.L.D. Black Ops agent by the name of Joe Garrison, to really kind of take his place in the Marvel Pantheon in the same way that characters like Sam Alexander as Nova, or Robbie Reyes as Ghost Rider, or even Johnny Blaze, going back to the 90s. But I've been kind of pitching this book, especially our opening arc, as John Wick beats the Fugitive. Suffice to say, Joe was an old S.H.I.E.L.D. Black Ops agent who retired for the call of family. Unfortunately, somebody blew up his house with his family still inside, and the authorities all think the husband did it. So Joe's on the run trying to figure out who set him up and why. And over the course of our opening arc, we'll really kind of come to terms with what it means to be the new Punisher. So we're very excited. Dave Wachter is doing the art. You might know him from his work on Planet of the Apes. And this is by far the most dynamite work of his career. He just filed another issue actually this week, and it is just breathtaking how good all this looks. He's really leaving it out all in the field. And we're just really excited to kind of do something really cool with this series. And it's very blue sky thinking. That's kind of the cool advantage of building a brand new character like this. We're very excited. I see somebody's asking about OZ number 3. We're actually very close to the finish line in terms of getting like a good critical mass together that we'll feel good about doing a Kickstarter. I think Ruben is a decent chunk of the way through. So very soon we'll be rolling out the Kickstarter on that one. I've got a bunch of cool covers in for this next one. So yes, we are a little bit further behind than I would like to be, but some of that's also just I'm juggling a bunch of books, and I just got engaged, so a lot of stuff going on in my life. But rest assured, the book has long been written. The art is coming together really nicely. It looks beautiful. So stay tuned. We will have another Kickstarter for that sooner rather than later.
Congratulations, getting engaged again.
Thank you,
Yeah.
buddy. I really I appreciate that. I got to do something with my life besides just writing scripts all day. So I figured I
You
just
have a
plan a
dog?
wedding of all that.
You have a dog. You got stuff to do.
I've got the dog. We're figuring out. She's
Who needs to get married? You got a dog.
I got a dog. Who needs to get married?
Gareth has a question for everyone. What programs do you use for write y'all scripts?
Program Google Docs. I just
Google
use
Docs.
This notebook.
There it is.
Keep a lot of them on me, and then I type it up in a Word doc.
I've tried using stuff that's like supposed to save you time before. Like I've tried using like screenwriting software. I've tried using what's that one? Scrivener, stuff that has like comic book templates. But I always like run into the thing where like me trying to figure out how to work with the template frustrates me, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna do it myself. And like I'm never like feel like I'm inefficient or like losing time or anything. So I hit all my deadlines. So I'm not gonna.
I'll say this. I reach out to the usually whichever artist, whoever I'm working with, I say, what kind of script format would you prefer? And then to help you kind of inspire you the most or help easiest to interpret. And then I kind of run in that direction. They send me something like, oh, I'd like it to be formatted like this. And that's usually what I do, just in like Word doc. So,
yeah. And you got my script when we were at that con, Alex. I just gave you a notebook that I was writing in between people, right? And just hand it to you, and you're working on that, right?
Oh yeah. Oh sure. Oh sure.
Second, just playing Google Docs. Google Docs is for the win. I did have someone complain to me that I send in Google Docs. Can you send this in Word? I was like, I guess.
All right.
Weird. All right, so let's go to Interstellar, Antarctic Press, representing here. And this is the second run of this bad boy, right, CJ?
Yeah, I started working on this like a decade ago. And then there was a little movie that came out. It was originally called Interstellar. And then there was a little movie that came out. I don't know if anybody remembers it, by Christopher Nolan. And I was like, oh, crap. So when I started, I was like, I really like the title, though. So I was like, well, I'm just going to change it around and put in Interstellar Dust. And people will forget all about Interstellar. Well, that hasn't really happened, but it's fine. But really, it kind of stems from me wanting to tell a sweeping sci-fi epic, but then realizing that's a lot of work. And then I just decided to focus on a bunch of aliens going to prison and their various backstories and all the shenanigans that they get into. So it is the second arc. Originally, it appeared in the Offworld anthology opposite another series, but Offworld is now done, and Interstellar Dust is off on its own, and it's just a complete continuation of that first arc. And then hopefully it does well, and we'll do a third arc. It's what I kind of like to think of as my ongoing series, but we would do it in sort of an arc format because it's more economical that way. But yeah, it's definitely it is my most mature reader's title, I would say. There's a lot of things in there that you wouldn't want to show a minor or your child or anything like that. But it's fun. It's probably the thing that I get asked about the most. So that's kind of encouraging. And by that, I mean, one or two people. So, but yeah, I'm excited to get it back out there. And Igor Wolski, who did the art on the first arc, is only able to do the art on issue 1, and then he left to pursue his own endeavors and did his own creator-owned book through Behemoth, which was really cool. And so Moy Rodriguez finishes out the art on that arc and does a phenomenal job just picking up where Igor left off. So it looks really good. I think a lot of people have seen me post different things online about it, and it is now back after 2 years, and it's available for pre-order, and it's bi-monthly.
Nice. Show that cover one more time. Again, you can go to your comic store You can order Interstellar Dust. It comes out in Arctic Press. Any questions for anybody? Anybody in the panel? All right. Now, the reason why I conned all these people to come, I was like, hey, let's talk about your book, but it's really to get you to talk about my book, because I am back in Diamond for one more time. Granite State Punk Breaking Edge is in Diamond. It's another one-shot in the Granite State Punk universe. This is the sequel to the hit book Granite State Punk. Shocking, huh? How it has the same name and you just add the bottom part. But is this a one-shot? Granite State Punk is about Zeke. Zeke is a recovering alcoholic who is very bad at it. This book is about breaking edge, and if you know what straight edge is, then you probably know what breaking edge is, so you could probably guess what happens in this book. It's about Goody Cole. Goody Cole is a real-life witch in New Hampshire. She was the first person put on a witch trial. I will tell you the real version of what happened, not the comic version. So this woman would yell at people. She would walk around the town, and she would just be like, I hope your family dies in a boating accident. And then now and then those things happened. So this old lady, they were like, you're a witch. They threw her in Massachusetts, because that's where you throw things in New Hampshire that you don't like, to Massachusetts. Alex knows. He's from New Hampshire.
We got a lot of
you don't like it in New Hampshire, just go to Mass. And then we can call you Mass Ass, because that's a fun thing. And then Massachusetts, after 10 years, this woman didn't die. They're like, you have to take her back. Like, you can't just leave this woman here. So Hampton Beach, which is a small beach town, took her back, built her a cabin out in the woods, and she died. But this town was so paranoid about her that they buried her with a stake in the heart, because apparently witches and vampires are the same thing, and a horseshoe around her neck to make sure she stays down. And we kind of go over her getting a little revenge to that small Hampton town. So Granite State Punk mixes a little bit of folklore in the cool state of New Hampshire with punk rock music. So this is our next book. So that's what I got coming out. Any questions for me?
They just check her down in Rhode Island.
What's that? Check her down in Rhode Island.
Just go down the states.
Yeah, nothing would have happened if she went to Rhode Island. And Rhode Island's pretty chill. Like, she's just ugly. What do you want?
You go to Connecticut. I don't know.
No, she didn't have any money, so she couldn't go to Connecticut. That's a rule. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Then go up Maine. I don't know.
Vacation land? You can't send witches to vacation land. Is that ridiculous? Maine is called vacation land. Who goes, fuck Florida, fuck California.
Let's go to Maine. Yeah, great. What do we got up here? Not much.
Lobsters.
Yeah, we got the lobsters here. Great.
But that is available through Diamond and Lunar. Please pick it up. Please ask your comic store to buy it. I'm excited. In fact, I'm coming to Granite State Con. I think you're going to be there too, Alex, right?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Alex, maybe. They didn't invite you yet?
Not yet. I'll make a phone call.
I got in, so I mean, you're definitely going to get in based on that.
Yeah. How do your people call their people, Alex? Do you need me and Rich to call them?
If you guys don't mind.
Okay.
Just real quick.
You're like, why are you ignoring our son?
Yeah.
A large adult son.
Thanks, Eds.
And to be fair, it's a comic store. You should probably call him anyways, Alex. He's got a couple of books coming out.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go through all the books one more time real quick. Then we're going to talk about a couple of Kickstarters that are going on, if anybody has any Kickstarters. And then we're going to wrap it up, because I don't want to keep everybody all night, because people have families. I mean, I know it's like noon in California, but the rest of us, it's late at night. Is that true, David? It's noon?
Yeah, it's noon. Yeah, 6:30 my time.
So let's go over them one more time. Let's pitch them. I'll put them up. Again, order these at your comic store. In fact, if you guys have been watching the show, we've actually had a good watch the whole time. Let us know which ones you're ordering. We want to hear. We want to know that you're ordering. Let us know the shops you're ordering it. We'd love to hear it. Indie comics are really hard to get a good grasp. There's a lot of indie comics in the catalog. Even the bigger ones like a Dark Horse or Mad Cave or Scout, even these smaller publishers, Antarctic, their numbers aren't drastically different. So we really need you to keep these orders up. Make sure that we have our worth and all that. So make sure you order them, please. So let's hear about going down the list. Cauldron, CJ, go ahead.
Yeah, young adult book, clumsy witch summoning a demon lord in the confines of a haunted castle. Really, it's anybody ages 13 up. Give it a read.
Nice. I like that fellow. He's going to be stopping by Fourth World. Hold on. Fourth World Comics tomorrow to order these books. Thank you. And that's for Band of Bards. So that's going to be good. All right. Next, we've got Drive Like Hell.
Ooh, yeah, Drive Like Hell. It's a madcap car chase with demons and angels. The car thief steals the devil's car, and everyone's trying to get it back. It's kind of like Fury Road meets Dogma in a weird way.
I like that.
Yeah, it'll be out right before Halloween. If anybody's local to Third Eye Comics, I think I'm probably going to be doing a signing down there, or at least trying to. Talking to some other places. So, yeah.
Nice. Speaking of the devil.
Hey.
Yeah. The devil that wears my face, part of my joint custody agreement with Rick. Space Off meets The Exorcist. What happens when the Vatican's chief exorcist swaps bodies with a biblical demon? We're very excited for this. It's coming out October 4th. If you're out in the LA area, feel free to pick up your copy at such fine retailers such as the Comic Bug, Golden Apple Comics, Heidi Ho, and plenty more amazing places that are I haven't even named.
Nice. Next one up, Granite State Punk. That is my book. It's SLC Punk meets Blair Witch. So a lot of really cool stuff there. If you like punk rock, if you like me swearing at you a lot, talking about how I feel about the world and punk rock music, this is the book for you. It's a one-shot. You don't need anything else. It's a lot of fun. We got Pocus Hocus.
That's my book.
Which, by the way, Joey says...
Okay, that is what he says. All right, perfect. Yeah. Again, Pocus Hocus it's a Faustian tale. It's a story about a magician named Pocus Hocus who sells his soul to a demon for actual magical powers, and it's his journey to get his soul back. And it's a fun, whimsical tale about going to hell and reclaiming what is yours.
Nice. That's nice.
Yeah. Issue 1 comes out October 25th. Issue 2 comes out at the end of November, and then 3 and 4 presumably will be out December and January.
Nice. Hold on, we had a couple comments. Jay says all these books look amazing. I promise you, he does. It'll appear at some point. Is that a variant cover for GSP? Joey's asking me to repeat. Gotta go grab Pocus Hocus from Drawn to Comics, Glendale, Arizona.
Yeah. I agree with that. It's hard for me to now say Hocus Pocus because it sounds wrong.
Once you say Pocus Hocus, Hocus Pocus feels wrong to say.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I really have to think about it now. It's bad.
And Miracle Kingdom asked, hold on, is that a variant cover? Yes, that's a variant cover, but there's no minimum order, so you can order one, or you can order whatever cover you want. So I didn't put 1 in 10 or anything like that. Jonathan, we're going to talk about QUICKSAND. Tell us about it.
Yes, QUICKSAND is for fans of Starship Troopers and James Cameron's Aliens. Imagine if the world's only hope gets lost underground and needs to be rescued from giant scorpion monsters. Issue 1's already out. Issue 2 comes out August 23rd. You can pre-order issues 3 and 4 right now on Diamond and Lunar. It's a 5-issue miniseries.
And Travis. Can't hear you.
Oh.
Can't hear you. While we wait to get him, we've got Danny Morales, who I've read by at least 5 of these guys. Travis?
This is where like the interpretive dance training would have really paid off.
Just write it and hold up signs.
Travis, why don't you log off and log back in real quick and see if that fixes it? And we'll go to CJ.
Yeah, Interstellar Dust coming up from Antarctic Press. This is a continuation of the Interstellar Dust arc, and the Off-World anthology follows a group of aliens and humans that end up in a intergalactic prison. It is a mature reader's comic, so do not buy this for your child or anybody like that. Only I would give it a hard R, maybe NC-17 rating. But yeah, definitely would love it if you checked it out. And you can easily find the first issues. We're doing a trade paperback of the first volume that was in Off-World. That'll be released right before this.
So what's cool about this is I just did the math. I quick mathed it up. It would only cost you $42 to get all these books, and that would be spread out over a month. You can afford it. So we're asking for $10 a week. With your $10 donation of you could have comics about the devil, comics about Face Off, about Quicksand, about punk rock, about Interstellar Dust, about superheroes, about Hocus Pocus spelled wrong. You know, everything.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You want. So let's see if Travis.
Am I working? Can you hear me?
You are working.
Hey. What about now?
Go ahead. Tell us about it.
Okay. Thorn is a vigilante story, a new character being introduced to the Advent Comics universe. It subverts traditional vigilante tropes. And the way I like to pitch it is it's Batman, but if Commissioner Gordon was the main villain. So if you're a fan of Batman or Daredevil, you'll like this book. It's out October 25th. So you can pre-order it in Diamond now. But also, I did say this earlier, but if you missed issue 1, you can get a copy of the second printing. You just need to let your shop know to make a request with Diamond, and Advent will get all those requests at the end of the month. And so the second printing will come out a week or two before issue 2. So there you go.
I'm going to put the custody agreement back in place real quick. Sorry, everything got messed up. Get that back. But again, if you're watching this, this is the indie community. We really need your support. You know, we need your help on getting all these books ordered properly. Let comic stores know. You know, a lot of people, you know, if you look at the internet, a lot of people are complaining about everything they see. Well, offer them something new. Independent offers you something new. We got some comments here, and then I'll let you guys make some comments, and then we're going to do a little bit of Kickstarter. Jonathan and I are release date buddies, August 23rd for Quick State 2 and Miracle Kingdom issue 3. Awesome. Danny says, add them all to your subject local LCS, and you don't even have to worry about release dates. Danny, can you confirm that Blackbird will have all these books? I think you probably can. He runs a small little comic store. Charlie pointed out that for just $10 a week, you could feed a comic creator. That is, we are not as cheap as those Ethiopian families who need food, but we love it more. Alex and Rich are a creative dream team.
Oh, thanks, Danny.
It's because you haven't read David and Rich yet, Alex yet. David and Rich. All right. Before we jump on to a quick Kickstarter promo, does anybody have anything they want to add about their books or about anything?
Buy them.
All right. I don't do ordering yet, but my guess is yes. Danny, make it happen. Make it so. All right, so let's go Split Blood. So Jonathan, my best friend growing up has a superhero with the stupidest name in the world. It's called Split Blood. And he did a logo on a piece of paper that looks very similar to your logo. Like back when we were friends.
How do you spell it?
They said, Danny, I know we'll have Quicksand for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, Blackbird's a great store. Big supporter. I appreciate them.
So tell us about Spill Blood. Tell us how cool it is. And we are in our last few days, right?
Yeah, 8 or 9 days left in Spill Blood. Spill Blood, one word, because I wanted to be cool. So if you're searching for it on Kickstarter, don't add that space. It's fully funded. We unlocked a ton of tchotchkes. And essentially, it's a 36-page one-shot in all black, white, and red about this haunted priest who listens to people confess their sins in the confessional booth all day long. And then at night, he goes out and finds out where they were committing those sins, and he wipes those sinners off the face of earth. So if you're a fan of a lot of like trauma films, grindhouse type stuff, I think this would be right up your alley. It's with a returning creator that I work with a lot, Stefano Cardacelli. We worked together on Freak Show Night, Caffeinated Hearts, Space Cadet. But this is like probably our more harder R book than everything else. So super cool project. Like I said, fully funded, about 8-9 days left. Unlocked a lot of stretch goals. So
we have a new cover, right? Is that in the update? Can we show that?
Yes. Should be in
Everyone
this
can see my screen, right? You guys can see my
Yes.
screen, right?
Yeah.
There you go. My wife did this cover right here for Spill Blood, which will unlock at $6,660 as an add-on. So we're about like less than $300 from unlocking that.
Nice. So Jonathan is a great creator. He's done a ton of books, from Recount to Quicksand, as we just talked about, to Caffeinated Hearts. And I'm really excited about this one. I'm a huge Ghost Rider fan, so this kind of is right up my alley.
Yep. We pulled from like Punisher, Ghost Rider, Spawn, even went back as far as like Grendel from the early 90s Dark Horse days. And that's like a lot of the influences were. So, yeah, thank you.
I love me some Grendel.
Yes, me too.
Let me get this link up, and then we'll go to the next one. So, yeah, if you guys want to back that, you guys got a couple more days to do it. You got 8 more days. Make sure you get it. The link is in the comments. Make sure you back that. Check it out. Everyone here, I think, has done a Kickstarter on some level. So we understand the need of that. I was going to
on that looks terrific, by the way. I wanted to tell you.
Thank you. Yeah, Stefano is an awesome artist. I just very fortunate to have worked with him so many times.
It's got like a cool, like old school, like TMNT, like old Frank Miller by like way of Ben Templesmith. I thought it was really cool when I backed a copy. So. Yeah,
thank you. I appreciate the support. Yeah, and Stefano almost went watercolors with this one. That's what we've done with the previous. And I said, no, let's go digital with this. Let's keep it simple. And I think it turned out like it fit the aesthetics that we were looking for in this particular book.
Yeah. Does anybody else have a Kickstarter or anything else they need to talk about? You guys put it in the private messages. I'll make sure I get it up. But Rich and myself, I think Rich and myself, the only one. Though David has been part of that. What's up?
I think CJ threw his hand up, but I don't know.
I did, but I was just going to drop it in the chat.
Yeah, just drop it in the chat. We'll talk about it. So, your Kickstarter, absolutely. So, Cthulhu Invades Neverland. These are the big ones that I do once a year. We are moving right along. We have 10 days to get $10,000 to get this funded. I believe full force that'll happen. This is a great book. Has 70 great creators. This is all the different companies they've worked for, or as I like to call, all the places Cullen Bunn has worked. That is the list. Speaking of Cullen Bunn, we have him in this book. We have these 3 covers. Look at all these creators. We've got Cullen Bunn, we've got Carl Moline, Rich Douek, Rich Woodall, Richard Fairgrave, Marquina Noza, Mary, all sorts of great people you guys have all heard about thousands of times. They're great creators. In fact, a lot of people, half the panel has been in it. Travis Hill's been in it. Jonathan Hendrick's been in a copy. Rich is in this one. He does a crocodile. David has done a forward one. So we've got all sorts of really cool people. Alan declined me because he said he was too good. Things like that. There's a lot of
but it happened.
But yeah, it's a very cool anthology. They're one of a kind. You know, we tell one overarching story about what happens when Cthulhu invades Neverland. So these are some of the hit creators of indie comics that I put together for this amazing anthology. I love it. I think it's really, really cool. I think it's one of our better books. I'm a big fan of it. And what's cool about this one compared to the other ones that we've done is it has not only Neverland, the Pirates and Peter, it also has a lot of Cthulhu mythos stuff. So it has the Dagon. That's what Cullen Bunn wrote. I asked him he said he was going to write Hook and the Crocodile. He did. He had Hook in the story, but no crocodile whatsoever. So it was interesting. But, you know, he's Cullen Bunn, so he does what he wants. Herbert West, who's a reanimator. Thomas Malone, I can't tell you what he does because if I tell you what he does, you would kind of spoil the story. But if you're if you're a fan of Lovecraft, you know that name, Hastur. So we've got all sorts of stuff in poetry as we do this book all the time. It's a lot of fun. I love it. We need your help to get to where we need to go. I think everyone here has backed it because they're all supporters and loves stuff that we do. So that is that. What is it? Danny says, hoping to have a conversation with the boss of Cthulhu tomorrow when I grab my books. That's awesome, man. Jake says, hello, everyone. Anybody have any questions about, I didn't ask for questions about this or comments, concerns, blasphemies? You guys write a lot of religious books, so there could be some blasphemies.
God damn it.
All right. And the last but not least, we have this one. CJ, can you tell us a little bit about what we're looking at here?
Yeah, we got, I don't see it up yet.
It's coming. It's coming. The internet is tough.
I'll start off. It's Epic Fantasy is Devin Arscott's publishing arm, and so we have put 3 titles on here. So 3 standalone one-shots, 2 superhero stories, and 1 fantasy story. Quite a bit of alternative cover options, really awesome interiors from the likes of Rio Burton and Fritz Cassis. Got some alternative covers from Luana Vecchio, Liana Kangas. So yeah, quite the array of options. One nice thing is that it's nearly all complete too, so there wouldn't be a long wait. Literally, we just have to print it and ship it. That is, if we can hit funding. We're struggling a little bit right now, so hopeful we can get the word out a little bit. Oh, there's me in my beard phase. Big beard phase. So yeah, it's my first attempt. I wrote a one-shot called Granite, not to be confused with Travis's Granite State Punk, about a superhero. So it's my first time writing a superhero comic, which is kind of funny because I primarily read superhero comics. So I've never tried it before though. So decided I'd give it a whirl and see how it goes. So sort of for fans of She-Hulk would be Granite.
Nice. And you can get what's cool about this Kickstarter is you can get one of the books or all 3, so which is really cool. So if you just want one, that's on there. If you want all 3, that's on there.
Yep, exactly. So you can kind of pick and choose. We've had a lot of people just go all the digital route. We've had a couple people pick one and then do the add-on for another title. So you can kind of choose your own adventure with this and however you want to support us. But yeah, would really appreciate some support. We had a really good first day and then just haven't been able to get the word out after that. So a little bit of struggle lately.
All right. Well, hopefully this will get your name out there, get help, get some stuff. Granite boulders, I get it. That flops cover.
Yeah. Flops is great.
So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is our show. I want to thank every one of you guys for being on here. You guys have all inspired me in different ways of writing. I love all your work. That's why I personally reach out to you. I'm excited that I'm in Diamond with you guys. That this month, that the month of October, when a lot of these books come out, that we're going to be rocking the shelves in the indie sections and taking names, because I do believe that you guys are some of the greatest talents in comics. And I love you guys. I really do. I love the comics community. And each one of you guys are some of my favorites. You know, Rich and I have talked about all his stuff before. David and I tell him how much I love him on the phone. Alex had to talk to me at a whole con, you know. Alan is...
I'm here. I'm just here.
No,
Yeah. I just kind of show. It's weird. Like I just show up, and then I just spew a bunch of crap about my books, and for some reason you invite me back and you say that you like them.
Here's the thing. I don't know if I like you because you co-write, and I'm just trying
that
to
is
figure
true. That
out.
does happen.
I'm trying to figure it out if it's you who I like or the other guy. I don't even know that other guy's name, but it's probably the other guy, right? Scott, that's his name.
Yeah, it is close enough to it. But yeah, no, I mean I get that. Travis, you're always looking out for the other guy. And that's
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, who all's gonna be at Baltimore? By the way, I saw Charlie's comment.
I will be at Baltimore.
Yeah, I'll be there as well.
I will be there.
So
All
that's
right.
David,
That's
Travis, me. Alex may be there. He hasn't asked. He's got to
maybe.
All
we're
right.
working on a couple of books right now. Sure, why not? I'll be there.
Will, I don't know Will. No. Alan, I know Alan.
Yeah, that's me.
Awesome.
CJ and I, when we don't call each other because we talk for 3 hours. So that's a problem. But love comic.
And I do need to give a shout out. Jay Hammond is in the chat, and he's done some great work for me. So I appreciate Jay showing up to support all of us as well.
Nice. But I appreciate all of you guys, and thank you guys. I'm excited to be at Baltimore to see some of you guys in person. I think that's the first time David and I get to meet in person. So,
Ooh.
I'm hoping to follow up in your footsteps and win those Ringos. I hear they're a good thing to win.
I'm excited for you, buddy. Fingers crossed.
I asked David for advice. I was like, so I got this Ringo thing. What do I do? And he just says, mention it as much as possible. So
Yeah, man, that's all you can do. Other than that, you gotta let it ride, and hope you're not in a category with anybody from Webtoon. Otherwise, just kiss that Ringo goodbye. You know, it's anybody's. Otherwise, it's anybody's game.
But yeah, you guys, we can hang out, but you guys are done, and you guys can go back all these books. Not back. We are going to buy all these books.
Back them from your local comic shop. It's like pretend like it's Kickstarter, except it's definitely going to deliver on the exact date that it's posted.
Alan, this is your first time in the direct market, I can see. That's real cute. It will arrive around the designated time of said order within a week or four. But I appreciate all you guys. You guys are great. I think this is an exciting time. I think October is going to be a great month for indie comics. Hopefully I get to do more of these. I think that people tend to like it. We had a big showing. So if anybody needs any more support, if you guys are watching this and you have books, Diamond hopefully will do one. We did one of these for Scout. First time Granite State Punk was around. And we'll keep doing these. But I want to thank you guys. Anybody want to say, tell your socials or any of that? Go ahead. We can do that real quick. Travis? Other Travis? I don't like you.
Travis B. Hill 5 on all socials. There you go.
I like that it's Travis B. So it's second, like a Travis. We always fight over who's the greater Travis. It's good.
It's always him. It's never me.
Yeah. Mr. I get to write about Spider-Man, whatever. Jonathan, socials.
You can find everything you need at jonathanhedrickcomics.com. All my links are there.
What time's that show on Sunday?
The show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern on Whatnot. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. I should put that in my phone or something.
Travis B. Jordan.
Gosh.
CJ, where can people find you?
Typically at Siege the Hudson. You can find me on Twitter mainly, Blue Sky. mainly. So yeah, haunting those areas.
David, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky at Pepose D, my last name, first initial, or David Pepose Comics on Facebook, or subscribe to my newsletter, Pep Talks, at bit.ly/pepnews.
Alex.
Yeah, I'm on on Twitter. It's Alex Cormack 4. Because then on Instagram, just again my name Alex Cormack. On Facebook, what are those new ones? Threads. I got the invite for Blue Sky, but I haven't actually done it. But thanks, Rich, by the way, for that. And but yeah, no, that's just like everybody else, just Google me. I'll show up somewhere.
Rich.
You can find me at Douek pretty much everywhere. There's not a lot of Doueks out there. I'm the one, and I'm the best one out of all.
Did you want to mention Magic since we're here, because we didn't talk about Magic at all?
Oh, Magic the Gathering, the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the trade for the 5 issues I did of the series 21 through 25 should be out I think next month or maybe October, I'm not sure, but it'll be out soon. And then we have a one shot coming out. You mentioned Cullen Bunn before. It's called Planeswalkers Notorious, and I believe that is out in 2 weeks. Had a lot of fun with that because we got to write some of the evil Planeswalkers making mischief. So if you guys are fans of Magic Gathering, the card game, you should check out the comic. It was a lot of fun to write. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you can also go to my site, rduek.com, sign up for my newsletter there. That's like, I've been doing more and more of that lately just because I like it a little bit better than social media. I get to kind of, do things in more than just 270 character chunks.
Right.
Yeah.
Alan, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Chaps of Fury, but the best way to always stay in touch is our newsletter, and it's just thetophatstudios.substack.com.
Is Twitter a new one? I've never heard of Twitter. I've heard of X.
You can find me on X, but only put 1 in there. Do not put 3.
Gosh.
I'm Travis Gibb. You can find me at travisgibb.substack.com. That's where you can find most of our stuff. If you want to order any of the books, orangeconeproductions.com, or just back that Kickstarter that needs another 10 grand. If you got an extra 10 grand lying around, go ahead and put it in there. That'd be great. CJ wants some too. I'll split it halfsies with him.
I'd take that.
Fine, John wants some too. All right, we'll split it 3 ways.
That's almost a goal. Yeah, that would be perfect.
But again, thank you guys for coming on tonight. Make sure you pick up all these books in October. When this goes live, I'll edit the video on YouTube, and you'll be able to find all the diamond codes for each and every one of these books. They're going to be amazing. So thank you and good night.
Bye, guys.
Hey.
Yeah.
To my outro.
Do the outro. Do it now.
I'm looking forward.
We got to make people think you're a pro.